Friends, happy Thursday. Today we have a new letter sound. Today we have the letter D. Now, we know that D looks a lot like B. So make sure that you form your D just like I teach you, and then you'll never get them mixed up. I promise. All right, we will get to our D in just a minute. Let's review our sounds. Are you ready? See if you can do them before I do. Oh, eh, t, ah, k, ah, ah, r, mm, b, k, mm. And today's letter is in your envelope, and it is D. I want to show you D and B. Look at these letters. They look alike, don't they? Do you see the difference, though? The B, which we've already learned, starts at the top line and goes down to the base line and up and all the way around. It's kind of like a bat and a ball that you would play baseball with. The bat comes first and then the ball. Now the D is on the opposite side, but the D, if you start it like a C and then go way up to the top line and back down to the base line, you will never get them mixed up because it goes B, C, and then D, and D starts like a C. And we'll learn more about that in just a little bit. D, D. All right, friends, let's look at some words that begin with the sound D. D, like the animal that many people have as a pet, and it barks. It's a dog. D, dog. This is something that is a special treat, and you might get them on the weekends sometimes. They're round, they have a hole in the center, and sometimes they have icing on them. It's a donut. Dog, donut. D. This is something that is the shape of a cube, and you use it when you play games and you count. It is a die. When you only have one, it's called a die. When you have more than one, it's called dice. Die. D. Dog, donut, die. Animal that you might find on a farm. It's called a donkey. Kind of looks like a horse, but it's a little different. It's a donkey, a little smaller than a horse. And they use donkeys to carry very heavy things sometimes. D. Dog, donut, die, donkey. And the last object I have is a picture of the object, and it is something that children play with, and they pretend that it's their baby. It's a doll. D. Dog, donut, die, donkey, doll. D. Let's find our D inside our envelope. We have, this D, And we have the D that we can trace. It looks like this. Let's trace our D. Remember, it's important that it starts like a C. Find your dotted line, go a little bit below. Up to the dotted line, down to the baseline, up to the top line, down to the baseline. Today I'm going to use my rice tray. To make my dough. So first I'm going to trace it, and then I'm going to write it in my rice. Find your dotted line, go a little bit below. Up to the dotted line, down to the baseline, up to the top line, down to the baseline. I have to walk that balance beam, don't I? Watch again. D, dog, donut, die, donkey, and doll. D. Make sure you clean up all of your rice and put it back in your box. Put your D in your box also so that you have it for next time. And the last thing we're going to do is cut our scavenger hunt and go through our items in our scavenger hunt. Cut your scavenger hunt on the black line. Put your scissors back in your box. Put your scraps into the recycling or into the garbage. And let's look at our D. That's a capital D. D. Find a dog. You might have one at your house. Find a desk. Ooh, you can use the desk, your workspace that you've been using. Find a dragon. Ooh, maybe a fire-breathing dragon. Find a diamond. Diamond. It's a kind of jewel. Find a dress. That doll has a dress on. Find a duck. Quack, quack. Find a domino. Domino. Find a dinosaur. Find a doll. Find a daisy. Aw, a daisy is a type of flower. Find 2 dice. There's 1 die. Can you find 2 dice? And find 3 doors. 3 doors. Have fun on that scavenger hunt. That sounds like a good one. Make sure your scavenger hunt, after you do it, goes into your baggie and your D and all of your letters. Go into your baggie and your baggie goes into your box. Don't bring those back to school. Those are for you to use at your house. All right, friends, thank you for joining me for the first part of our D lesson. I'll see you in a minute when you click on part 2.